Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presents Union Budget, says that the budget is presented with a 10-year vision in mind. India is set to become a $3 trillion economy this year and a $5 trillion economy by 24-25. Village, poor and farmers remain the focal point of all programs. PAN Aadhaar will now be interchangeable for filing of income tax returns, and Aadhaar will be issued for NRIs with Indian passports after arrival without mandatory waiting period. Customers of electric vehicles to get an income tax rebate of 1.5 lakh rupees. One woman in every self-help group is eligible for loan of rupees 1 lakh under Mudra scheme. By 2022, every single willing rural family to have electricity and clean cooking facilities. Super rich to be taxed more, corporate tax eased. The government is considering an increase in FDI in aviation and media. There will be 100% FDI for insurance intermediaries. In her first interview, live and exclusive to DD News, post the budget, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says that every policy being formulated from women-centric point of view, and also says that it's high time to grow out of the colonial mindset, so she carried the budget in a red bag. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauds the annual budget and says that the middle class will progress, development work will be expedited, and that the budget for a new India has a roadmap to transform agriculture of the country. And leaders welcome the budget. Home Minister Amit Shah says it gives wings to Indian farmers, youth, women and the poor to fulfill their dreams. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh calls it a futuristic budget. Namaskar, thank you for joining us here on DD News, and here's our top story. The Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the first budget of the Modi 2.0 government on Friday, and this budget includes steps to make India a $5 trillion economy by 2025. Here are the highlights of the budget.
India's first full-time woman finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman presents blueprint for achieving $5 trillion economy by 2025 in the first budget of Modi 2.0. Says in the budget speech that size of the Indian economy is nearing $3 trillion. Total budgetary expenditure pegged at 27,86,349 crore rupees. Budget unveils 10-point vision for the next decade to achieve $5 trillion mark. Focus on building infrastructure, digital India, pollution-free India, make in India, water management, blue economy, self-sufficiency and export of food grains, healthy society and team India with people's participation with the mantra of minimum government, maximum governance. Government emphasizes it will continue to abide by the principle of reform, perform, transform. Budget estimates fiscal deficit to be slightly lower at 3.3% of the GDP in the current fiscal and revenue deficit at 2.3% of GDP. Government says Gaon, Garib and Kisan are at the center of its policy making, promises 100% household coverage and LPG coverage by 2022. Says in the second phase of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen, 1.95 crore houses will be provided to eligible beneficiaries. Budget says third phase of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana to be rolled out over the next 5 years, under which 1,25,000 kilometers of road length will be upgraded at a cost of 80,250 crore rupees. Says high rural roads construction rate achieved on the back of building 130 to 135 kilometers per day over the last 1,000 days. In a booster to affordable housing, interest deduction limit enhanced from 2 lakh to 3.5 lakhs on home loans borrowed up to 31st March 2020. For purchase of affordable house, valued up to 45 lakh rupees. Additional income tax deduction of 1.5 lakhs on interest paid over loan period on loans taken to purchase electric vehicle. Budget says Centre to work with states to provide piped water supply to all rural households by 2024 under the Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Shakti Abhiyan to focus on 1,592 blocks which are critical and overexploited. Budget sets target of setting up 10,000 new farmer-producer organizations over the next 5 years. Announces focused scheme Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana for fisheries management. Says initiatives like zero budget farming will help double farmers' income. Focus on Startup India and Stand Up India in the budget. DD to start a TV program dedicated to startups. Stand Up scheme which provides capital to women, SC and ST entrepreneurs to set up businesses extended till 2025. Budget announces Nari to Narayani scheme. Says broad-based committee with government and private stakeholders will suggest action after examining budget through gender lens to promote women entrepreneurship. Women self-help group interest subvention program to be expanded to all districts. Its women members allowed overdraft of 5,000 rupees each. Women member made eligible for a loan of up to 1 lakh rupees under Mudra. Government sets enhanced target of 1,05,000 crore rupees for disinvestment in this fiscal. Says it will continue to undertake strategic sale of PSUs. Pension for around 3 crore shopkeepers announced. Only Aadhaar and bank account details will be needed to avail the pension. Scheme already passed in the Union Cabinet for shopkeepers with an annual turnover of less than 1.5 crore rupees. To avail scheme, beneficiary may provide only Aadhaar and bank account details. Major strike on black money. Interchangeability of PAN and Aadhaar proposed. Aadhaar to be used in absence of PAN. Use of PAN and Aadhaar in financial transactions encouraged. Provision of serious consequences for not linking PAN with Aadhaar. Penalty proposed for giving wrong information to the Income Tax Department. Big push for economic reforms. An electronic fundraising platform, social stock exchange to be created under regulatory ambit of SEBI for listing social enterprises and voluntary organizations working for the realization of social welfare objective. Suggestions for further opening up of FDI in aviation, media and insurance sectors. Dedicated online portal for providing loans up to 1 crore for MSMEs to continue. Budget allocates 350 crore rupees for 2% interest subvention for all GST registered MSMEs. To eliminate delays in payment, a payment platform for MSMEs to be created to enable filing of bills and payments. Big relief for non-banking financial institutions. Budget allows foreign investment in NBFCs. Now NBFCs to come under RBI ambit. NPAs in banks reduced by over 1 lakh crore rupees in 1 year. Record recovery of over 4 lakh crores due to IBC and other processes in 4 years. Expansion of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana announced. Increased focus on providing skill sets needed abroad. Youth to be trained in foreign languages to help them take up jobs overseas. Focus also on training in artificial intelligence, Internet of Big Things, big data, 3D printing, virtual reality and robotics. Ambit of corporate tax relief widens. Phased reduction in rates. Lower rate of 25% proposed on companies having annual turnover of 400 crore rupees instead of 250 crore rupees earlier. New booster dose for India's soft power. Budget announces Aadhaar card for non-resident Indians with Indian passports after their arrival in India instead of waiting for 180 days. 17 iconic tourism sites to be developed into world-class tourist destinations. Budget says mega investment in sunrise and advanced technology areas to be incentivized. Tax incentive to be given to global companies for setting up mega manufacturing plants. Tax breaks for laptops computers, solar electric charging system, semiconductor fabrication, lowering GST rates for electric vehicles being considered.
Well, those were the budget headlights. Now, in her budget speech, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also said that even as India is nearing a $3 trillion economy, India aspires to reach $5 trillion, and she said that the target is eminently achievable if the nation works as one and appreciates citizens' hard work and the inherent desire to progress. So the minister said that the government in the last 5 years has brought about many big reforms, amongst them in particular taxation, bankruptcy and real estate laws. The Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has also outlined a host of measures to boost infrastructure in the country. Intricate attention has been duly allotted to all modes of connectivity, with a proposal of path-breaking moves to augment efforts. The Finance Minister added that with a massive push to all forms of physical connectivity, government is also helping bridge the rural-urban divide.
In her first budget speech, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has given a massive push to improve physical connectivity in the country. The Finance Minister laid special emphasis on enhancing the connectivity in every domain, be it land, water or air. She had a plan ready for harnessing India's immense potential in each sphere. She announced a slew of steps to scale up India's infrastructure, including augmenting 1,25,000 km of rural roads under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana at a cost of rupees 80,250 crore rupees.
Connectivity is the lifeblood of our economy. The government has given a massive push to all forms of physical connectivity through Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, industrial corridors, dedicated freight corridors, Bharatmala and Sagarmala projects, Jal Marg Vikas and Udan schemes. While the industrial corridors would improve infrastructure availability for greater industrial investment in the catchment regions, the dedicated freight corridors would mitigate the congestion of a railway network benefiting the common man.
Tabling the Modi government's budget in Parliament, Nirmala Sitharaman laid out a roadmap for a major push in developing infrastructure capabilities in each sector. For the road sector, she announced a comprehensive restructuring of National Highways program.
The government will carry out a comprehensive restructuring of National Highway program to ensure that the National Highway grid of desirable length and capacity is created using financeable model. After completing the phase 1 of Bharatmala, in the second phase, states will be helped to develop state road networks.
Similarly, the Finance Minister laid out a plan to develop inland waterways and the aviation sector to meet the aspirations of a growing India.
We need to develop our inland waterways to shift a significant portion of inland cargo movement from road and rail. This government envisions using the rivers for cargo transportation, which will also help to decongest roads and railways. As part of the Jal Marg Vikas project, for enhancing the navigational capacity of the Ganga, a more multimodal terminal at Varanasi has become functional in November 2018, and two more such terminals at Sahibganj and Haldia, a navigational lock at Farakka, would be completed in 1920. As the world's third largest domestic aviation market, the time is ripe for India to enter into aircraft financing and leasing activities from Indian shores. This is critical to the development of self-reliant aviation industry, creating aspirational jobs in aviation finance, besides leveraging the business opportunities available in India's financial special economic zones, namely International Financial Services Center, the IFSC. Government will implement the essential elements of the regulatory roadmap for making India a hub for such activities.
The finance minister also stressed on using public-private partnerships for railway development. About railway infrastructure, she said that area will need 50 lakh crore rupees till 2030. She proposed that a private-public partnership be used to unleash faster development and delivery of passenger and freight services for railway projects to boost the connectivity. Newsnight Desk, DD News.
In an exclusive interview with DD News, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that every policy has been formulated keeping women in mind. The government is trying to increase the leadership of women in the country.
आज महिला जाति नहीं, मजहब नहीं, महिला खुद समझ रही है कि इस गवर्नमेंट से परफॉर्मेंस दिख रही है, उन तक पहुंच रही है, इसीलिए वो बाहर आकर के इतने वोट भी दिलाए। इसके कारण हमें और एनकरेजमेंट हो रही है कि महिला केंद्रित पॉलिसी सिर्फ बनाना नहीं है, जी। महिला नेतृत्व वाली, महिला आगे से लीड करने वाले विषय में हम ध्यान देना है, इसीलिए हर एक पॉलिसी में हम ये एंगल जोड़ रहे हैं।
While talking about fiscal deficit, she said that the time is right to borrow money from the international market at lower rates.
We already are looking at a league table where we are almost at the bottom. Our borrowings outside are global, by the global standards, below average. That's a big market waiting for us to tap. Second, given the interest rates abroad compared to what prevails in India, currency money raising from abroad will definitely be at lower rates, and they are flushed with funds because given their interest rate position there, they are just not able to invest their money productively. So we see a big opportunity for us to raise money from there, considering one, we have a lower rate at the moment of tapping those market, and two, they are flushed with funds. Both put together, if we tap that market, we'll be able to better fund our development activities.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that this budget will boost India's development in the 21st century. He said that it has taken care of the middle class, the youth and the poor, and will get a better tomorrow as a result of them.
देश की प्रथम महिला वित्त मंत्री निर्मला सीतारमण जी और उनकी टीम को मैं सिटीजन फ्रेंडली, डेवलपमेंट फ्रेंडली और फ्यूचर ओरिएंटेड बजट के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। ये देश को समृद्ध और जन जन को समर्थ बनाने वाला बजट है। इस बजट से गरीब को बल मिलेगा, युवा को बेहतर कल मिलेगा। इस बजट के माध्यम से मध्यम वर्ग को प्रगति मिलेगी, विकास की रफ्तार को गति मिलेगी।
And the Prime Minister also said that this budget has a roadmap to transform the agriculture sector of the country. It will play an important role in fulfilling the aspirations of New India.
ये बजट आशा, विश्वास, आकांक्षा का बजट है। ये बजट 21वीं सदी के भारत की अपेक्षाओं को पूरा करने और न्यू इंडिया के निर्माण में एक अहम कड़ी साबित होगा। ये बजट वर्ष 2022 यानी आजादी के 75 वर्ष से जुड़े संकल्पों को पूरा करने में देश का मार्ग निर्धारण करेगा।
Prime Minister also said that the budget will expedite development work in the country. He said it's time to work for the ambitious goal of ensuring Har Ghar Jal to all households, and this also he called for a people's movement for water conservation.
जनशक्ति के बिना जल संचय संभव नहीं है। जल संचय जन आंदोलन की भावना से ही हो सकता है। इस बजट में वर्तमान ही नहीं, भावी पीढ़ी की चिंता साफ साफ नजर आती है। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन की तरह हर घर जल का अभियान देश को जल संकट से निपटने के लिए पूरी तरह सक्षम बनाएगा.
And praising the union budget as futuristic, Amit Shah said that it reflects Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision where farmers prosper, the poor lead a life of dignity, the middle class gets its due, and Indian enterprise gets a boost. The Home Minister said that the budget highlights the exemplary work in key sectors related to the economy, housing, infrastructure, the social sectors. Over the last 5 years, it ignites a spirit of hope that India can become a $5 trillion economy in the coming years. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh hailed the budget and said that each sector has been taken care of in this budget.
ये बजट जो है सोशियो इकोनॉमिक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करते हुए एक ये फ्यूचरिस्टिक बजट है जो कि भारत की इकोनॉमी को $5 ट्रिलियन तक ले जाने में पूरी तरह से सफलता हासिल करेगा. देश को कितना सशक्तिकरण देगा डिफेंस के और साथ ही साथ इसमें समाज के सभी वर्गों की ये चिंता की गई है, चाहे समाज का गरीब हो, किसान हो, पिछड़ा हो, सभी की शहरी क्षेत्रों में रहने वाले लोगों, समाज के सभी सेक्शन की चिंता इस बजट में की गई है.
Terming the budget as the foundation of New India, the Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari said that the government keeps in mind all issues of development.
गांव, गरीब, मजदूर, किसान की तरफ ध्यान दिया गया है, स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज की तरफ ध्यान दिया गया है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कैसे अच्छा बनेगा इसकी कोशिश कैसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा होगी ये किया गया है. ओवरऑल ये जो इंटीग्रेटेड डेवलपमेंट का अप्रोच बजट में वित्त मंत्री ने रखा है, इससे रोजगार का निर्माण होगा, ग्रोथ रेट बढ़ेगा और हिंदुस्तान में 5 साल के अंदर 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी बनेगी, ऐसा मेरा दृढ़ विश्वास है.
And the Union Minister of State for Finance Anurag Thakur said that this budget is dedicated to rural India. He added that farmers' welfare is the first priority of the government.
फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाकर ताकि किसानों की और ज़्यादा आय बढ़ सके, जिसको हमने दुगना करने की बात कही गई है, उनकी स्केल ऑफ इकोनॉमी जो है उसको बढ़ाया जा सके, उस दिशा में हमने कदम उठाए हैं. और जो आर्टिजन्स हैं, आपके कारीगर हैं ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में, उनके लिए बहुत बड़ी राहत है कि उनके लिए 50,000 लोगों को सीधा उससे लाभ मिल पाएगा उन हॉट्स को बनाने से. एग्रीकल्चर में भी जीरो बजट खेती की बात कही जाए, स्वच्छ पानी पीने के लिए देने की बात हो, खेतों तक इरिगेशन सिंचाई की सुविधा देने की बात हो, महिलाओं के सुदृढ़ीकरण की बात हो, चाहे एलपीजी सिलेंडर से लेके सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की बात हो, उसमें भी काम किया.
The BJP working president JP Nadda said that the first budget presented by the Modi government after taking over in the second term is dedicated to the people and offers a roadmap for new India.
यह जनता को समर्पित बजट जो न्यू इंडिया के विचार को स्थापित करने वाला और उसका रोड मैप है, इस दृष्टि से देखा जाने वाला बजट है. इसलिए पुनः मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को और वित्त मंत्री जी को बधाई देता हूं. यह बजट गरीबों को समर्पित है, शोषितों को समर्पित है, वंचित, दलित, किसान, युवा और महिलाओं को समर्पित बजट है. यह बजट समावेशी बजट है, सर्वस्पर्शी बजट है. दिस बजट इज इंक्लूसिव and it is also representing all sections of the society. यह बजट सबका साथ, सबका विकास और सबका विश्वास यह लेकर के चलाने वाला बजट है.
Niti Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant hailed the union budget presented by the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, calling it a path-breaking and very comprehensive budget.
मेरे विचार से बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण और बहुत ही सफल होगा ये बजट, क्योंकि देखिए हमारे देश में जो स्थिति थी, इसमें लिक्विडिटी का एक इशू था. फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने उसको सीधा एड्रेस किया 70,000 करोड़ देकर बैंक्स को. उसके अलावा एनबीएफसी और एचएफसी का इशू था क्योंकि हमारा जो लक्ष्य है कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन्वेस्टमेंट शुरू करे, बैंक्स उसको लेंड करें, एनबीएफसी उसको लेंड करें, तो उन्होंने एनबीएफसी और एचएफसी के इश्यूज को भी एड्रेस किया है। उन्होंने कहा कि गवर्नमेंट स्टॉप बैक करेगी 10% तक के लॉसेस को, जब पूल्ड एसेट्स होंगे जो बैंक्स लेंगे उसको उसमें सहायता करेगी 10% लॉसेस तक के, और उसके अलावा एक रेगुलेटरी ओवरसाइट आरबीआई की आ जाएगी।
The Confederation of Indian Industry has welcomed the union budget, and CIA President Vikram Kirloskar said that the government has made its vision clear by laying out the aim of a $5 trillion economy in 5 years, and said that the policies should be formulated keeping in mind the long-term growth prospects. He also said that it's welcome move to raise the annual turnover limit from 250 crore rupees to 400 crore rupees for availing a lower corporate tax rate of 25%. Let's listen to what he said.
I feel very positive of the way she has given all these ideas and intentions to go along to achieve this $5 trillion budget, $5 trillion economy size. Momentum going ahead on the reduction, 250 to 400 crores, encompassing more than 99% of the companies. It's by number, not by value, but still that's a big step. I think a lot of people will benefit on the corporate tax, making things competitive. And I think that certainly will help on the consumption level. Most of corporate taxes, we said, to keep the momentum going ahead on the reduction, 250 to 400 crores, encompassing more than 99% of the companies. It's by number, not by value, but still that's a big step. I think a lot of people will benefit on the corporate tax, making things competitive. One of the other things I noticed also, I felt happy in the budget, we're talking a lot on how to make in India. I think many points in creating a level playing field, as well as encouraging Indian investment in India, whether from domestic or from foreign direct investment, or I think they're trying to make that much easier.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit his parliamentary constituency Varanasi on Saturday to launch BJP's countrywide membership drive. He will unveil a statue of former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. The Prime Minister will also visit the virtual museum, the Man Mahal, and this is going to happen. So the Prime Minister visiting Varanasi on Saturday. And with that, we conclude this bulletin. Thank you very much for being with us. Namaskar.